host of genes that account for most characteristics.
Do you think that men can be women and become women?
Depends on
you go down that.
Depends on what
I'm fully trained.
So do you guys actually participate in a conversation here, or are you guys just trying to go off to the scapegoat to the complicated person? Because that's what always happens when I join these fights. You guys don't ever stay on topic. You guys aren't honest. Instead, you're not like being a Christian. Yes, I am. You don't have to define me. You're not a Christian. You're not a Christian. You're just a believer.
No. Dude, it's like I'm trying to humanize you.
I'm going back to the topic. I'm not here to discuss my sexuality. I don't care what you have to say about it.
I got you. So here, let's just lay all that stuff aside. Why do you believe that whole thing is a good thing?
What thing?
What's virtuous about poo-poo on the pee-pee?
No, I'm just asking if it's a good thing.
No, I already told you I'm not talking about this. You guys can stay on your topic. That's here, or you guys can move on.
I'm kind of just curious. Do you think it's a good thing?
I don't care. I'm not here to answer that. So get back on topic.
All right. So that's fine. You can run away from the conversation.
You just ran away from the conversation by switching this.
No, let's go back to the conversation. You're right, Yoko. Let's keep going.
Well, whatever. Okay. Do you think abortion is a good thing?
I think it can be, yeah.
Okay. Why can it be a good thing?
Because it can save lives, because it can minimize suffering, because it can equip women to the life that they want.
Jeez, dude. Okay, so it is good because descriptive fact 1 saves lives, so we ought to do it because it saves lives. Descriptive fact 2, because it can enhance someone's lives in a subjective sense, which is concrete anyway, because
everything is subjective with it, including whether or not it's good or bad.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to it. So you're saying nothing is absolutely bad. There's absolutely no actual no-nos.
It depends on how you're defining it. So, for example, you could say something is always going to be harmful. So, for example,
it's always going to be bad.
So, yeah, sure. So, again, something like assault, I would say would be bad on some people because it's always going to create harm and trauma in that person.
All right. So, we're two 18-year-old guys who are brothers. Is it a bad thing for them to screw each other?
We're not going on the big topic. You guys
no,
we're staying on the topic of choice.
Hang on, stop. I'm free.
I am done with Christian.
When we're dealing with normativity, I am free to use a hypothetical that's analogous with the parameters you suggested. You said, okay, cool, it doesn't harm anybody, right? So what's the problem with two dudes who are brothers banging each other? Why is that
I'm not the enemy here.
Or is it bad?
You're on mute, Yoko.
Seriously, bro, why is it bad?
Get back on that.
I'm not scared of you. Well, hang on. I'm not scared of you.
Hang
on. I'm not scared of you. Yeah, I'm not scared of you. Yeah, I am. So stop. Okay, hang on. Yeah, I got it.
He asked you about incest.
Is it a bad thing or is it not something?
I'm not the enemy here.
It's not homophobia. It's not homophobia.
Then stop trying to make it always back to being gay.
Incest isn't always gay.
We won't.
Why did he choose a gay couple?
18-year-old man, 18-year-old woman came from the same nutsack and vagina. Both they completely say they're brother and sister, 100%. They're Irish twins, and they decide to screw each other when they come of age. Is that a bad thing?
You tell me, that's how you think the whole world is operating, right? Children all sleeping with one another?
Just answer the question.
You answer it. answer it. Did Adam and Eve's children not bang each other?
Just answer the question.
No, we actually don't
How
know
did
that.
Adam and Eve's children have children?
Just answer the question.
Did Adam and Eve's children have children?
Just answer the question.
You guys don't even realize
Just answer the question.
it depended on themselves.
Just answer the question.
Answer because it's literally
Get out of here. Stop wasting my time. Dumbass. Alright,
Because you ran out. Just left. Keeping me off when I was not. Oh goodness.
To be honest, we're still exactly.
No, Victor's laugh and you me so much when I was not playing.
The enemy here.
like, if my wife would like big testicles, what would you say?
It was a psycho one. It was something.
You know, it's kind of fun when you're not on the receiving end of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but when the son of who says normativity is contingent upon the harm principle, and give him a hypothetical that tests that principle, see if morality extenuates beyond the harm principle. Okay, and he's like, "Will you answer it?" I'm gonna laugh at him. Mata puta.
Any sort of discussion with Victor. When you find out that you're wrong because he starts cackling at you, you're like, I'm just trying to have a discussion and he's too busy laughing and push off.
No, so the cackle comes when I'm locked on to your crappy reasoning, and I'm about to wreck your whole unit system.
Well, yeah. Not fun.
So, some dumbass said harm is like, abortion is a good thing because it minimizes harm. Explain. I was like, okay, so you have Irish twins, a man and a woman, they're 18 years old, and they're banging each other, okay? Is that a bad thing? Then, ought they not screw each other? We have to demonstrate the harm. And now, just like, no, you have to question it. I'm like, no, dude, you're the one who presented that Norman framework. Okay, I'm running time critical to see if that framework actually holds up.
This question, like obviously, like it wasn't in there. What God hadn't like put like before the last thing. Okay, but well,
Precisely. And that's the key. But he doesn't is I hadn't even clarified my own position, so it wasn't even open to be internally critiqued as a verse. So he's an idiot. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to watching my show and cuddling with my honey.
First abortion, you saw the baby, you had the twinge in your heart. What thoughts are going through your mind?
My professor patted me on the back. And I think I wanted to be the best OB, but I really wanted to be liked. That was it. To some degree, I just really like.
Are you pro-choice? Like, what's your argument for why people should be pro-choice? Yeah, I mean, I think obviously there's times when a woman's life can be in danger. I think there's times when there's certain conditions where ending a pregnancy will minimize suffering for both the child that might be born with something, you know, that's going to be a defect causing them to pass away. Or I think that there's women that are unequipped or families that are unequipped and that child's just going to be born into suffering. So I think if it's done before a certain time, right, before there's consciousness, before there's like active pain and consciousness of that pain, then I think it's completely fine to end the pregnancy.
When does consciousness appear?
Loss. It's like pulling the plug on something, you know?
Okay, so the reason you say consciousness is because if you're unable to recognize your own like existence, then there's no loss.
In a way, like there's no suffering. Like I guess it's like pulling, like if someone's in a coma, you know?
Yeah. What about if someone's like asleep? You like just say you do some sort of way to unalive them without, any pain or suffering.
Yeah, well, that person obviously was alive and have relationships and are going to be the intent of continuing those relationships. So, I mean, why does it matter that they were alive? I thought consciousness was right, but they had consciousness, and they still are conscious, right? They're dreaming at that moment.
What about a baby? What about a baby that's born?
Sorry, I didn't answer that question.
Yeah, what is if you interrupt, you're getting kicked immediately. Don't do that again. Or what about a baby that comes out of the womb automatically? They're in a coma. They're unconscious.
No, I can give it. Well, I mean, there would be nothing to do. You just have to help them up, or and then you can make the choice to unplug them or keep them if you think they're going to get better.
But if someone wanted the choice to unalive them, would that be permissible? Let's say they have a 30% chance of regaining consciousness. Of developing consciousness.
Well, again, if we're talking unplugging something, then yeah, that's a choice we do make. So
it's not what I'm asking.
When you act obviously we don't just.
Because you said that you value consciousness. Also, I'm asking you in this hypothetical scenario. This newborn baby is born out of the womb. It's unconscious. It's a comatose baby. Can we just put a knife to its throat and slit it?
We don't do that to anybody, so no. You can't do that.
Why can't we unalive this newborn baby when it lacks value?
What happens in this case, right, which I'm sure you're all aware, is you provide life-saving support or life support to it. And then
but they don't have that past experience. Like you said that you value. You said it would be wrong. You just said it would be wrong to allow someone sleeping or in a coma because they have past experience, but this offspring, they don't have the past experience.
This actually happens to children, obviously, right? They don't just unalive it with a knife, like you said. What they do is they just choose to freeze their life.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the method. The point is, can we unalive it? Because it lacks the things. No, the method doesn't matter because you're saying that it would be permissible. It doesn't. It doesn't. Because you said it would be permissible to unalive these beings because they don't have past experiences, which they don't have comas, we said, but before sleeping. So it would be immoral to unalive them, right? It's not going to be able to experience. So in this scenario, this newborn baby who comes out of the womb, they don't have any past experiences. They came out of the womb automatically in a coma. Can we unalive this newborn?
Flash out!
Yes.
Unaliving and choosing to sleep long provide life support.
If it doesn't matter, it's not relevant.
Let me try to
The method doesn't matter. They lack what you value. They lack what you value. And they be unalive. The method doesn't matter. The method doesn't matter.
I think it is wrong to unalive anything that was born alive.
That's not what you said you value. You said that it was consciousness that you value. So now you just care that it's more.
Yoko,
You just contradicted yourself.
No, it's not.
Hold on. Yoko, this is what she's trying to get at. What is your criteria for allowing abortions in our society? You said the criteria that was consciousness. And so then she gave it the hypothetical. I was like, okay, well, this baby is another criteria you gave us. Past experiences or lived experiences. So this baby's born isn't a coma. And it has a likelihood
Now, she's not saying what she did. Is it morally wrong? It's not your criteria. You unalive that baby. It's not medical procedure. But is it wrong? Based on your criteria. Because based on your criteria, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, let's say a baby is this until like a day, and the doctor's like, oh, well, I don't want to separate with babies. What is wrong with you?
So you guys are mixing two different things. So for example, when I brought up like people in a coma, right? And you try to bring up sleeping. I have never argued that it's okay to go alive, born on this earth, and just split it, right? Alive ain't like that. That is okay. So no, it's not. I think you say it's now.
I'm never down for now.
Criteria to everything. We're considering what considered, right? It's not like we just have one criteria to like. There's other things you consider.
Yeah, but you're.
Every circumstance is going to have different criteria that get added to it. So my
You're adding
position, no, there is no single one.
You are in your view. She said, and you said consciousness.
Okay, it is always wrong. The difference here is whether or not you provide support. I think it is completely fine to not provide support because the point that you're unaliving, you are now taking something, desecrating the body, and you are making that choice instead of letting nature take over.
That's a lie.
You know, so life is. Are you saying life?
I'm questioning. What is alive? What is that?
It depends, again, it depends on the actual definition.
What you're talking about.
In this circumstance, I'm talking about something living that is literally that has consciousness, that has lived before. That if we're talking about
okay, and then this hypothetical, this comatose baby does not have any past experiences. It came out of that. Don't interrupt me again. I'm talking. I told you if you let me again. So I don't know why you thought that was weird.
I don't care what.
Girl, shut up. I'm talking now to who is you. You said that you had a cutoff. Your criteria was to 20 weeks because of consciousness. And then we asked you if my fucking cones were sleeping. You said it would be wrong to unalive them because they have past experiences. And then comatose baby, I said this comatose baby like lacks consciousness and becomes immediately just it doesn't have any past experiences. Can we unalive it? And you're saying no because it's born and alive. And I actually you said alive is consciousness, which they lack. So under that criteria, they're not alive. They're born, yeah, but they're not alive. So you're just like adding things to be consistent in your view when you already contradicted yourself multiple times.
UAV destroyed.
Dude, the process is, would it be permissible to these beings states, and you're just hanging on to how they describe the method of unaliving them. That doesn't matter because the point still stands. Is it permissible to unalive these beings? They lack what you value. Can we unalive them? It's a yes or a no.
Okay, so your stance is it would be always wrong to unalive them, right?
It would always be wrong to unalive a human in most scenarios. Yes.
First camera 53, they go
Because it's
religious argument.
I've gotten out of worse scrapes.
Yes, that was permissible because it was justified. In the case of abortion, it's unjustified.
Why was it justified?
It says so in scripture. Are you cherry picking or did you read the whole chapter?
Why was it justified?
Okay, so you you didn't read the whole chapter, it was justified because these beings, they were unaliving people, they were doing child sacrifice, they were sodomizing each other, and they were also trying to unalive the Israelites. It was vortex, and they were doing things that were impermissible under God's law, so they had divine judgment. So in this case, it's permissible to unalive these beings. This person really going to grow up with the same murderous mindset as what they're being told. And it says that in the scripture, and just try to, cherry pick to fit your narrative.
I've read it.
Obviously not, because when I asked you to do it, I was like, you see, this is the difference between justified unaliving and justified unaliving, because in the case of Jesus referenced in 1 Samuel 15:3, I was justified. Justified, and it talks about this in the Bible as well. It talks about the difference between a justified unaliving and these people are doing it's obviously justified. Is war to exert the Israelites to defend themselves in the case of war. Yes, war is permissible to unalive. Like I said, it's self-defense. Yes. If you're fighting a war, you're just gonna let them unalive you? Like what?
So you're fine with what's going on? If you're on war,
they have a right to people have a right to defend themselves against other people. Like what?
No, fuck off. But you're disgusting enough.
Are you crashing out now? Crashing out?
You just said it's okay to kill infants in war. You have no right to have this argument.
Without, like, what?
I didn't say it was okay to unalive them, but I said that if it's war, it is permissible to defend yourself.
That's just...
Yeah, war is justified.
You cannot...
War is justified.
No, it's
not. And if you want to bring up scripture, then it is justified.
No,
it is justified.
It's a crime against humanity.
So people can't defend themselves in war? He left. Ezra?
Yeah.
Are you pro-choice?
What does that mean? Like,
do you support abortion?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, wait, what? No.
Okay, then we're looking for opposition. Jordan, are you pro-choice?
Can you disconnect me?
Yeah, sure. Hi, Trombone. It's going good. How are you?
All right, I guess. Mine's been pretty brutal.
I get that. Your semester's still going? Mine's over.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's in for me in like 2 days.
Oh, God bless. Good luck. Hello, Mariana.
Were you saying that it's like they can?
I said hello, Mariana.
I know, but before that, you said that they can protect themselves.
I'm asking the questions here. Are you pro-choice? Are you pro-choice, Mariana? What's wrong with these people? Oh my gosh. Mariana, you can unmute.
Yes.
Are you pro-choice? Okay, you're gonna talk to Trombone.
What are your reasons for being pro-choice?
After aiming down sights.
Unmute. What are you doing?
Do you have an argument for pro-choice for you?
I think their mom came in the room. Hello? I'm going back on what she said. I'm you. What is wrong with you? What do you mean let her talk? She muted herself. What? And Jordana, I don't want to hear anything from you because you didn't unmute. Rome is not being fair. How am I not being fair? Okay, she left. Hello, Cindy.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Now,
are you pro-choice?
No.
Oh.
No, so I shouldn't be on here then?
We're looking for opposition, but what do you have to... You're not say anything?
I kind of have a testimony. When I was 15 and a half, I was dating this guy, and he was killed in a car accident. We were boyfriend and girlfriend, and I found out 2 days after, you know, that I was pregnant. I can't even explain what it was like. was over, and I had all these people telling me, well, you have choices. And in my mind, there was no way there was any choice that they had to make. And God bless me for making the right choice, because she is the best thing that ever happened to me. And when she got old enough, that I had a choice, and in the situation that I was in, I said, Mom, I just want to thank you for giving me life. And that made every struggle I ever went through worth it.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
Thank you for
And that's what all about. Even in the toughest situations, you should always choose life. So you have choice. You're very strong. Thank you so much for coming up and sharing that. Choice. Chat. That's tough because I see a lot of your comments just like running your substance to say. These are have you ever seen anything like that? Just advocating to have that choice. It's kind of crazy. No, it's not. The generous story. Like, imagine if the world was like child rape, and it was like the volleyball game that were against it, people like attacking. You should be supported. I agree. Christians should judge, but then judging is permissible under Christianity. It's encouraged, actually. You're getting your back on. You do real Bob. Judge all the time. Clearly you have a judge, sweetie. John. Yeah, I judge every day. Judge righteously it is, but not judging. Righteous means that what is immoral. Pro-choice is immoral. That is why I'm judging. I also judge people who rape, push, murder. I judge people every day. This be shown on in the chat. I am judging you. Continue to do so. You don't even know what it is I'm calling yourself. There is. You said the letters of John didn't write any letters, so it's a wonder. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, literally I'm saying you should judge righteous, not judge. Not a difference. I just told you the difference. Because judging outside of righteousness would be on appearance or judging salvation. Doing it. So if you're the least one of the difference. I mean. Exactly, don't know what you're talking about. It's the New Testament. Okay, Gospel John is not letter. So that's why no one knows what you're talking about. You see the letters of John. There's people with the Gospel of John. Revelations. pro-choice. Okay, well, thank you for coming up, but we are looking for opposition. Just said you weren't. Okay, that's okay. Okay, are you pro-choice? Of course I am. Okay, you're gonna talk to Trump.
Enemy taking Bravo.
Bitch, I know you hate to see you, dude. You're 50 commission, so don't interrupt our conversations. You're talking to Trump about this shit once you're out of here. Okay, you're talking to Trump about conversation like this isn't Section 8.
Enemy securing Bravo.
Physically.
Born to be alive.
Enemy taking
He said, yeah, people want to be alive.
securing objective Bravo.
They crashed out and left. Russian. See, I heard that least for choice conclusion. Go ahead. Can the woman do whatever she wants with her body unlimited? Freedom, right? So where does bodily autonomy lay? You said we have to your stance, because you said I'm critiquing your view. But before you need to even know what jaw letters are.
Good work.
Critiquing your view.
Can we speak?
Why are you running? Why are you running? Answer a straightforward question. I'm just asking. Is bodily autonomy absolute? Is bodily autonomy absolute? I'm not projecting. I asked you a straightforward question so you engage with what I'm asking you and don't try to pivot, don't try to burden shift and ask me my view. I'm critiquing your view.
Are you okay?
I'm fine, but stop burden shifting. Okay, so is bodily autonomy absolute?
What you asked?
Is bodily autonomy
You asked me to join.
Is bodily autonomy absolute? Is bodily autonomy absolute? It's easy. Are you gonna have a debate, or are you gonna like? I am, but you're not answering the. You're not answering. No, you clearly can't. Is bodily autonomy absolute?
I already answered that question, and then you pivoted from
okay,
about
no, it's not. Okay, what is the cutoff then for bodily?
John letters. What are the?
What is the cutoff for bodily autonomy? What's wrong with you?
Everything is fine with me. Clearly, is.
What is the cutoff for bodily autonomy? Answer the question.
Is your question basically what's the cutoff for AB?
Yeah, no. You said bodily autonomy is an absolute, right? You said that you value the mother's bodily autonomy over the offspring, okay? I said, is bodily autonomy absolute? You said, I don't think it is, and I'm asking you. Okay,
that's not what I said. That's not how I answered.
Trombone, did she not say that? Did she
I
not
said
say
it depends on a circumstance, but you know.
What circumstances is it not absolute?
What circumstances is not absolute?
Mm-hmm.
For example, restrictions.
I'm asking you, in what cases is bodily autonomy not
Kill confirmed.
Cases bodily autonomy is not.
Shooting it up.
big sentence for you.
Taking fire.
You don't even know what I'm asking you. Go ahead.
Closing tactical.
What's this?
Your question. Your
Tactical out.
Okay, exactly. You can't answer questions. You can't answer questions. Answer my questions. Shit.
Tainted gash.
Why are you yelling?
In what cases? Answering questions.
I'm not there.
I don't what about this, but it was still not permissible to make an abortion in your case. Why is it permissible for a woman to
Dosing tactical.
Okay, so she's still not telling me, okay, it's still not
Tactical
telling me,
out.
okay, because she said it was actually something on my mind.
Wrong.
It's economic mind, especially if it's something that
Dosing tactical.
Okay, it's obligation of the judge without pregnancy,
Getting lit up. Almost got me.
causal obligation to determine that pregnancy, and it would have been most virtuous and family girls. You're speaking so fast and low. Parental causal obligation pregnancy, and I said it would have been most virtuous for you to determine your pregnancy, so why did you want to take care of something? What's the obligation that you would have to take care of? What's the obligation that you would have to take care of? fact that it came out of my body and it's like a different option. Legal beer. Well then yeah, of course that's in the case that it's all. Okay, so you're saying that you were terminating your life by giving birth to this offspring, but you also acknowledge that there are alternatives that you want to take care of your offspring, adoption or kinship transfer. Are you taught to take care of this offspring? Why would you have to
Confirm that one. Mission failed. Return to base.
So your life would have been choice. Okay, so if you did have to take out the social media, like, okay, so I had to, if I would have had to, though. Okay, if you were in fear of your life being burdened with the shot, would you take the shot? This makes sense. There's no obligation. So you're giving me the scenario, which very good scenario, which would determine your baby that was conceived, right? You're saying that your life would have been burdened. You're saying you want to be able to spray. You're saying in this case, you want to be able to take care of this offspring. You would take care of this offspring. It's just investigation for you to take lives. Okay? Alternatives to meeting some arguments. Yes. I know. Like over and over again, trying to tell you over and over again, something else, prefer the way the situation is still yeah, you must have the obligation to take this offspring. I mean, you already acknowledged that there are other alternatives. You said I could have given it up for adoption. You said if you gave birth to this offspring, your life wasn't good. You said that your life would have been ruined to have to take care of this offspring, but then you acknowledged that there's other alternatives like adoption. So you knew that there was an obligation for you not to take care of this offspring, right? You already knew that you were not bringing up this offspring if you were to give it up. So why you tried to bring something legal? Okay, keep it. If you actually were offspring, you're not getting me. I'm there. Or do you think that it's like ask questions and then you'll get some response after abuse? Because things not stealing us, absolutely. And regardless, it's yes, absolutely. But it's either way, if I gave birth to it, would be the obligation. There would be no obligation. And I'm saying that, so what was the reason you're not alive? I'm just trying to just keep it and I would just ruin my life. Okay, if you understand that there's no obligation for you to adopt this, no obligation to take care of this offspring, then why do you believe it? Because you said the reason you would believe this is when you ruined your life, you would take care of it. So what's the justification for you when alive again? You knew that there was no obligation to take care of your offspring. There's still a other hypothetical that if I did not give it up for adoption and then I wouldn't you obligation to someone else, then it's proven like that hypothetical. It was just you that we already know that you acknowledge you transferring over ownership of your offspring in your life. My goodness, you're understanding this is a hypothetical. I'm saying in case or even if I did acknowledge this obligation and I still got you and it was but you've already and you still chose to unalive other alternatives. So it's not for you. You said I keep these problems. It's
Search and destroy. 141. Plant a charge on the top. You've secured the device.
Moving to my mark.
You say you have to take care of it. I say,
moving.
Take care of this offspring. You said I can.
We're planting at Alpha.
So you already knew that there was an obligation to take care of this offspring.
Right in place. Countdown starting.
You're saying you're like, I have to take care of this offspring. You're saying in this hypothetical situation.
device was disarmed. We lost that round. Prepare for the next one. Search and destroy. Move in and detonate the target. You've got the bomb.
What's the argument? What's the argument for that?
Moving here.
Setting device on Alpha. Stand by. Bomb planted. Set containment. The enemy's defused our bomb. The round is lost. Focus on the next one. Switch sides.
You just said that the world's over.
Search and destroy. Set up security around the objective.
Doesn't false.
This area has been looted. Enemy movement. Scratch that.
Wait a second. If people aren't reproducing, if people stop reproducing, Taffy, what is going to happen? We're going to have 8.6 million people because
only you remain. Finish the mission.
We're going to name it really sick. We're like, how many people? 8.6 billion people. And that's everyone.
Enemy planted at Alpha.
That's everyone on the planet Earth, so you just want us to go extinct. Everyone's populated. Tired. Yes, that's what you just said.
We lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
Children. Do you want people to go extinct?
Search and destroy. Keep the enemy off the objective.
You did say that. You literally said that.
Fireman's necessary. I'll do shit that's not true.
Okay, so you want people to stop having babies?
Hostile counter UAV overhead.
You didn't say that. You literally just said I didn't say I don't want people to have no.
Planted at Bravo.
I didn't say want. You said we don't need husband anything.
Enemy UAV active.
Oh, they got the UAV.
You said we don't need babies. We don't need to reproduce. Okay.
It's down to you. Finish the mission.
How is that not a kill?
Round is lost.
How is that not a kill? Hey, I'm trying. I don't know how that's not a kill. We would have got that round in the UAV.
Search and destroy.
I need to look at my perks again, because I don't know which perk is the ghost one. I hate when they use the UAV. They have to know where you are.
You've secured the device.
I'm keeping at it alright. Oh, wait, now we have a chance to plan it.
Planting at Alpha. Device in place. Countdown round started.
Kill them. Kill them all.
Moving.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was an enemy.
UAV on station. You've won that round. Get ready for the next one.
Dang it.
Search and destroy. Move in and detonate the target. Hostiles launched a cruise missile.
I got lucky there. So I got the headshot.
Only you remain. Finish the mission. You've got the bomb.
How is that not a kill? What?
Prepare for the next one.
I should have used the double pistols.
Switching sides. Search and destroy. Set up security around the objectives.
I don't know how that's not a kill.
Hostile UAV in the area.
Moving to my mark.
Enemy planted at Bravo.
Wildly inconsistent. Sometimes it's a one-hit kill, other times it's not. Picks and chooses.
Moving here.
Come on, heal up already. Come on. Heal up,
Still
Dylan.
hot. Move fast. All operatives, bomb defused. Round secure. On to the next. Search and destroy. Keep the enemy off the objective.
Moving. Moving here.
I need 3 more weapons to get all the attachments.
Final minute. You've won that round. Get ready ready for the next one. Switching sides. Search and destroy. 141. Plant a charge on the target and level it. Friendly UAV online. Mission compromised. We failed.
But I just try out making new videos is getting older. So that makes me everywhere.
Paper. Number 2 lost comms. We may be compromised. All shadows get switched on. We may have company. Copy that. Send reinforcements.
Ah, it's this map.
Search and destroy. Move in and detonate the target. You've secured the device.
Should have 2 kills.
The round is lost. Focus on the next one. Search and destroy. 141. Plant a charge on the target and level it. You've got the bomb.
So you agree, we're overpopulated. That's not an issue.
Moving to my mark.
Setting device on Alpha. Stand by. Bomb planted. Set containment. Round secure. On to the next. Switching sides. Search and destroy. Set up security around the objectives.
Moving.
Enemy bomb at Alpha. We lost that round. Prepare for the next one. Search and destroy. Keep the enemy off the objective. Enemy UAV active.
You gotta be kidding me. What? These stupid lucky grenades.
Movement in this area. Movement. The round is lost. Focus on the next one. Moving here. Switching sides. Search and destroy. Move in and detonate the target. Hostile UAV in the area.
Moving to my mark. Moving. Enemy move.
One minute remaining.
Your arrogance against me. Okay? And isn't being private?
Seconds remain. We lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
Well, actually, yeah, the anti-name is.
Search and destroy.
It just logically, that's just logically.
141. Plant a charge on the target and level it. We're planting at Alpha. Device in place. Countdown started. Get ready for the next one. Switching sides. Search and destroy. Set up security around the objectives. Hostile IMS active.
Enemy here. Moving here. Spread that. Spread that. Moving to my mark.
On to the next.
Moving here.
Search and destroy. Keep the enemy off the objective. Friendly precision airstrike inbound. Friendly care package on the way. Friendly Mosquito active.
Moving. Enemy movement. Spread that.
Final minute. You've won that round. Get ready for the next one.
Say only Tuesday. I mean, last week I was given parent, they said the same thing. I was respectful Tuesday. But when somebody came up there and said the same thing, you did not correct them. Also, you were a little.
Search and destroy.
I didn't hear them say that.
Move in and detonate the target. Friendly UAV on station. Target is moving. Cancel my loss. Scratch that. One minute remaining.
Enemy movement in the AO. Moving here. Enemy movement. Hostile location.
We're planting a Bravo. Bomb planted. Set containment.
Target marked.
X-ray marked. Round secure. On to the next. Search and destroy. 141. Plant a charge on the target and level it. You've secured the device. Tracking device on Alpha. Stand by. Friendly Guardian inbound. Device in place. Countdown starting.
Moving to my mark. This kill streak is one of ours.
No enemy movement in the AO. Job well done. We've secured the field. Mission accomplished.
Women are doing at home between 150,000 to 250,000.
Okay, so you're saying women are doing $150,000 to $200,000 of unpaid labor?
Yes. Have you thought about the unpaid labor that house, construction, landscaping, plumber, electrician, pest control, security guard, IT support, chauffeur, mechanic, babysitter, etc.?
That is such a fantastic point. Did you go to fire? When you did a guy went to fire?
Yes.
Okay, how you did it? Yeah. Okay, so it's interesting because you're saying, well, for you to have a full-time armed security, which is big and have, that's really expensive. And you basically have executive protection.
How embarrassing is it on a scale from 1 to 10? How embarrassing is it on a scale from 1 to 10? I mean, there's a way around it. Just call it pretty pro, and then you have to remember names. If you're in a situation that where you have to call it, you can, though, that's probably an 8. Lock a toilet and then have to ask for plunders out there with the
Hey, you. Oh my gosh, this is like what the force maps.
Answer the question I said. And say, this little Timothy, it was in reference to. Answer the question.
Set up security. Final minute. Seconds remain. Ten seconds remaining. We lost that round. Prepare for the next one. Movement. Search and destroy. Defend the objectives. Careful, possible enemies here. Enemy planted at Alpha. Enemy movement spotted. Movement in this area. Bomb defused. You've won that round. Get ready for the next one. Switching sides. Search and destroy. Plant the charges and demolish the objectives. Moving.
Moving this way.
Enemy movement. 1 minute remaining.
Yeah, he happened to be A. I could have killed him.
Moving to my X-ray guard. 30 seconds left. We're planting at Bravo. Device in place. Countdown started. Round secure. On to the next.
Uh-oh.
Search and destroy.
Yeah, copyrighted stuff
Place
there.
the charge. Detonate
The
the target.
copyrights are funny, I'm gonna tell you.
Moving here. Enemy UAV active. We're planting at Alpha. Friendly mosquito deployed. Bomb planted. Set container. You've won that round. Get ready for the next one. Switching sides. Search and destroy. Watch the objectives. Set up security. Friendly mosquito active. Enemy movement. Careful, area's hot. Moving. Cancel my last. Final minute. Enemy bomb at Alpha. Friendly UAV online.
Got movement.
Yeah, just clarify that you are in fact pro death.
Enemy bomb is still active. Move to defuse. Bomb disarmed. Round secure. On to the next.
That death is a natural part of life, and they have
Search
made
and
it
destroy.
easier for the people who need it.
Yeah, sure, we can shake hands on that.
Defend the objectives.
Do you think that the average case will get is probably that's what
Yes, so the thing goes according to what I just did. This way. Because
What the heck just happened?
point of worship is not available for legal means.
No idea what just happened.
They can still seek out actively abortions. And that takes up with another age, so how does that matter?
seems to be an issue with the legalization of the sort of products that are so for these sorts of arguments, you know, I just think it's, let's say, for example, you know, with arms, is that we should regulate against, you know,
Alright, I'm gonna use this one. 10. I need a faster fire rate. Bolts, rechambering speed? Okay. Rechambering speed. Quarry and Modern Warfare 2 remake.
Final minute.
Which is something that we just touched on, and I know that you think that keeping guns legal, or what was your argument, like that we can't just not have not gun infringements and stuff. Yeah, whatever. So yeah. What I find is that in Canada, for instance, they do have legalization of
30 seconds left.
illicit substances here because it does contribute to reproduction overall.
You've won that round. Get ready for the next one.
It depends on every country. Because they're all illegal in Singapore, and also there's less.
Search and destroy. Set up security around the objective. Friendly UAV online.
Come on. Of course he turned around the second I would be there.
I don't know. I don't really think it's a relevant question because we have to mitigate.
Okay, so here's what.
Moving here.
1 minute remaining.
We need to understand what your view is. It would be very disingenuous for me to not understand what's going on. You have few questions. So this sort of clarifies your position, and let's get it clear.
First you don't succeed, try again, try again, try again. I don't like FIFA 26. I don't like it.
30 seconds remain.
It's the same thing every single year.
Bravo.
Kill him. Oh, he killed almost the entire team.
Focus on the next one. Switch it sides. Search and destroy. Move in and detonate the target. Enemy UAV active.
Oh, it's not ready yet. It's not charged.
Moving here.
Moving.
How is that miss every shot?
We lost that round. Prepare for the next one. Search and destroy. 141. Plant a charge on the target and level it. Final minute.
Moving here.
We're planting at Alpha. On target, set containment.
Oh, okay, so capping.
Round secure. On to the next. Switching sides.
Is not anywhere near where the portion is, though.
Search and destroy. Keep the enemy off the objective.
And compare that to exploiting a child. It's just intellectually dishonest.
One minute remaining.
I didn't say it was possible, so it's one of the many reasons that I considered when getting an abortion, because you said
Friendly UAV on station.
unfair that a child who has not had the life of it should be
Thing is, in the case, basically you're talking about, okay, well, you agree in, you know, maybe some extreme cases with
30 seconds left.
You should probably agree with us, or, you know, with ideology as well.
What? So I was about to shoot him. No way.
if that's the case, I'm saying that it's a different way of approaching your perspective of death.
10 seconds remaining.
Give a throw a grenade.
The round is lost.
He turned around the last second. That's so stupid.
Search and destroy. Set up security around the objective.
like that.
Enemy movement.
Interesting. I mean, did you need it?
Yeah, this is the first live that I swore to. That's insane. I like the hair. You think I'm gonna give I'm just gonna stop calling you that?
Final minute.
Yes.
Mission failed. Return to base.
Yes, it's unfortunately going to be immoral, but you're still advocating for people to commit sins. You don't think that makes you bad? Because it says in Romans 1:30, it says that these people who commit murder, adultery, thieves,
Oh, sorry, Cat. Tanked? We'll do tanked. I don't really like the race one. Don't like that.
This is just a trivial statement. Obviously, fetus in
That's not a statement.
is transferable. That's an analytics. It's not morally relevant. That's just the same thing as what those terms are. It's not a moral distinction. And it is permissible. I think it's already when it's permissible to rely on like teenagers because they're not adults. It's not just the moral distinction of adults. They just say teenagers are people developing into adults. It's nonsense. It's just trivial. It's a trivial fact. Like it just explains that I'm only relevant to 19. I'm 19. It's not relevant. Like it is to this point. What's causing
Dune! I forget his name. Isn't it Paul Atreus? I can't remember. Something. I saw the second one, not the first one. I was completely lost.
Moving to my mark.
You're gonna have to answer that question.
Do you like that again?
Is my thing lagging?
We lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
That's not even just my opinion. That's just a look at it.
Yes.
That is.
Search and destroy. 141. Plant a charge on the target and level it.
Moving. Moving to my mark.
Round is lost. Focus on the next one.
the speed is loud, I suppose. It makes it permissible to kill it, but
It's a fetus. Nothing. It's just
Switch inside.
fetuses are developing in many, like,
in the beginning.
Search and destroy.
at 19,
Do you realize?
there is a new cortex.
Keep the enemy off the objective. Hostile UAV in the area.
Many fetuses, depending on the state of the station, they do have brains.
At what week do they develop the ring?
Enemy planted at Bravo.
How is that not a kill?
Round. Prepare for the next one.
Fetus definitely has a brain. What are you talking
Search and destroy.
Stage, a fetus does not have a brain.
Set up security around the objective.
Into the end, and they're both.
Enemy UAV active.
Yeah. Also, my brain, like, yep, okay, like.
Hostile cluster mine detected.
So sweet.
Yes, ma'am.
So we're talking that crap in the comments. We gotta stop.
I believe actually you're unchristian if you don't believe in Jewish.
They planted at Bravo.
How did he know I was there? I don't know.
And God makes you unchristian. Did God not give us a choice? It's the greatest gift that He ever gave us was free will.
Wait, that. So because
To sit there and eat the apple.
yeah, be quiet. So because God gave us free will, that means that we can go out and commit immoral actions. That's going to push people away from God. That should be permissible.
That's exactly what the fuck.
Shut up, Tipsy. Take your meds.
If that was the case, then you would have to say that being against faith is also Christian. Human beings have free will to do that. Obviously, like being against that is very
Compromise. Stand
Yeah,
down.
Tipsy, I let you come up and I said something to you, and if you see
Round
that
is
I'm
lost.
talking squeaks,
Focus on the next
don't
one.
interrupt. Take your ADHD meds if you have to
Switch
compose
side.
yourself, and then don't interrupt.
Search
And
and
squeaks, you
destroy.
can mute.
Move in
And
and
which one
detonate the
wins said?
target.
So you just not be against great. Squeaks, I don't have patience. You have 10 seconds to unmute and respond. We're gonna just
Moving here.
Do I get to respond, or are you going to keep interrupting because you keep losing the debate?
No one interrupted you. You muted on your own. Are you okay?
Oh, they have it. My bad.
And how are we losing? We responded to you. You didn't unmute. You just stayed silent
Moving
for
here.
the last 30 seconds. We've been waiting for you to talk. So, can you respond?
If God gives you free will, what gives you the right?
How did he know I was?
Wait, how do you take away free will?
By making it illegal and banning it.
Okay, we make schmurder illegal. People still do it. So how's it taking away their free will?
We lost that round.
They can do these actions. There's just a consequence for it.
Okay. So why should David be allowed to murder, but we can't?
When David was murdering, it was because he was in war.
Oh, okay. So fighting for his life.
War is justified in scripture. It talks about the difference between an unjustified unaliving and a justified unaliving. And it would be justified in the cases of self-defense, war. It would be murder.
Wait, how is I got 100 XP, 75 XP or something?
Someone because you want to, or your feelings are hurt. It's a bunch of nonsense like that.
Okay, so
and this is in the Ten Commandments. It's in the Ten Commandments as well, because it does says thou shalt not murder, and the word that they use there in the Hebrew is raksach, which means unlawful, unjustified. K-I-L-L-I-N-G. So obviously we have this differentiation between the two. What's justified and what's unjustified.
right, and who can judge what's justified and unjustified?
Moving.
God, and it says so in
Right.
scripture.
And by taking away people's choice to go get an abortion, you're making it the people's justification, not God's.
That's on track because in scripture God told us what is justified and what isn't justified. So using what is written down in scripture in Exodus, we know if these people are committing an act that is unjustified, which is why we're going against it, because it doesn't glorify God. Unaliving these human beings, when it already says throughout scripture that thou shalt not do that, we should not be promoting sin.
Right, but you brought up war. It's okay for self-defense. So we can agree that there are times when you have to get an abortion.
In 0.4% of cases, it's permissible.
Okay, 0.4, 0.0 squared 4, it doesn't matter.
What?
There's still justification of why it shouldn't be legal at times.
No.
Oh, no, so now it's no. Or it was 0.4.
Yeah, because...
That's permissible. Consistent with the full idea is to stop abortions are permissible.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, and it still wouldn't even really be legal because it would just be like a medical practice. Like, for example, when you go into a hospital, you're in surgery, and the doctor performs surgery on you, and you unalive during the surgery. The doctor isn't criminalized for that because obviously that's not the intent, right? They're just doing their job. In the case of when a woman's pregnant, and it's super, super high risk. Like, she's at the end of her pregnancy. This baby's supposed to come out, and the mother's is on the cusp of unaliving, and the doctors have to save her, then it's obviously going to be permissible. That would just be the self-defense principle. But that's less than 0.04% of cases, and it's still going to lead me to a pro-life conclusion because I oppose the 99% of it's not pro-choice. Pro-life is when you oppose the majority of abortions, and if the medical exemption is 0.04% of abortion, then that's not pro-choice.
Map again? Oh.
And Trombone told you that, and that's me also backing out the second time saying that, so it's not pro-choice.
Okay, so in Texas, where they sat there and put the doctor in jail for doing the abortion when it was medically necessary, medical, that's not pro-choice.
Wait, that's
not true because Texas gives Texas gives a medical exception. If the mother's life is at risk, then it's permissible for them to save the mother's life.
That's law. There's a doctor that is...
that's law in Texas. Yeah, that's your claim. So go ahead and get that.
Can I say something?
The round is lost. Focus on the next one.
Body is a sin, right? When you get an abortion, you produce the woman's body because you have to go through all the treatment, get shots.
Search and destroy.
You have to spread open and yeah. But
defend the objective.
They call it that connection. Yeah, that's what
And also the tipsy in the chat saying that Texas doesn't do that. Yes, they do. They literally give the life of the mother out.
Except for, Josh, I just Googled it. You can Google it yourself. She's been thrown in jail because she gave abortions to save a mother's life.
Yeah, she's out of jail.
She's life either, and she wasn't a doctor. She was a midwife performing them illegally. So, well, she's a doctor. It literally says on Google she's a doctor.
So, look at the actual
doctor.
Yeah, like a midwife didn't go to college for years.
We lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
A midwife isn't a doctor.
No, I'm sorry. I said a midwife didn't go to college.
She does have a doctor.
Switching sides. Search and destroy.
Jurisdiction performing abortions, whether legal or illegal.
The charges and demolish this hostile
a midwife isn't supposed to do that. They just deliver offspring and do OBGYN nonsense. They don't do abortions. Can talk, squeeze.
Secure the device.
Who's losing now and squeeze?
Well, I mean, so you guys, that's one, you can deny that one. You know, Google said that you're wrong, but there's multiple that have happened in Texas, and that's just Texas alone. People get in trouble all the time. Forget the
choice being like, even if we're the host of access unethical or wrong, that doesn't entail that the pro-choice people square. Like,
pro-choice, I believe people
that when you that it's so hard.
If you want to put restraints on things, you're taking away people's free will. God gives us free will.
We put restraints on all sorts of things. I mean, justified in doing that. We put restraints on people's ability to set violence on each other.
Actually,
someone nabbed everything.
Really, so you don't want any person. We're ruled by God.
Like, it's not any laws. That's not even
You do realize if we were ruled by God, abortion would be illegal, right? Sweets.
Murder would be illegal, not killing. What's the difference?
Wait, okay, so I was the one who had to tell you the difference because you didn't even know that abortion
Come on.
is murder. So.
Well, saying it's not killing.
Like, that's synonymous.
Come on, like
that's what's being debated. Like, it's being debated whether abortion is killing or murder. Like, murder is just an unjustified killing. So that's what's in contention.
Yeah, he's really thinks
that it isn't.
He really thinks in a country that's led by God that God will let people to live their children. Like, have you read any of the Bible? He literally has cast. He literally has cast. God the divine judgment among people who were committing these immoral acts, sodomizing each other, raping each other, murdering each other, sacrificing each other. Do you think in a country led by God we would allow people to get abortions without consequences because of free will speech? Answer the question. Do you think that in this theocracy you want that God would allow people to get abortions without consequences? Squeaks.
I'm not talking to you guys more. You guys just keep muting.
You at least attempt to give
come on.
Abortion be permissible. Can you at least try and do that?
Like I said, people have a choice.
Excuse me?
People have a choice, do they not?
That's justification for murder and rape too. So I don't agree with you.
Okay, if God told you not to do something, do they still have a choice?
There's no sitting straight. Given the principle you've outlined there, there's just a big between why, like, abortion is permissible, like rape is
Did we literally not just talk about? Did we not just talk about the 0.04%? So that happens, correct? So when
the pro-life view is part of every single abortion is permissible. That the vast majority. So.
Okay, so again, it's permissible.
Right. In some contexts, yes. In general, it's
blanking
not.
Here.
It's not.
So who's to say when it is and when it's not, unless you give that power to people and not God? Instead of making it God,
you could say it's murder. Wait, you guys
When are we to decide if rape is
no, because he was murder. Christians were doing the job.
All sides are still hot. Move fast. All operatives, bomb defused. Sound secure. On to the next.
You have to reject any legal system. Like, just in general. If you could say the laws, they violate people's free will.
Religious grants, this like divine anarchy that you're speaking about, right? Let's grant that. So you're anti like a governing entity taking power like bodily autonomy, right? Okay, that's the case. Okay. So do you grant that the is a human life?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. So then we can just apply that same logic with the mother and the fetus, right? So the mother would be the governing entity. Taking charge in that baby's life, right? So you still have to uphold the same logic, right?
Okay, please explain.
Yeah. So you're anti, like governing entities, right? So
I'm anti. No, I'm anti. the government. I believe we should have a governing entity, which would be God. I don't think we need the government to have us all be good, happy people. I think people just...
So you're pro-individualism, right? Pro-individualism?
Yes.
Okay, so why should the mother have a say on the will of the fetus if you grant the fetus to be alive?
Final minute.
The mother doesn't have a say.
Okay, then why are you advocating for abortion?
I'm not advocating for abortion. I'm advocating for pro-choice. There's a difference.
That's literally the same thing.
Okay, do you believe that abortion's moral?
Yeah, I don't believe, even if, like, it's incest, I think that your child could still come out and, like, develop the cure for cancer. I'm one for never, ever, any circumstances. Me and my wife had to make the choice. When our son was born, he was wrapped around, and everything was coming out wrong, and they were like, look, if we, give him and do a C-section right now, it's going to be an infection. My wife just decided that the child was worth it.
So why does so if you're anti governing entities, right? Why are you the mother having the ability to dictate the will of the life of the fetus?
Because I believe that is her own choice, and she gets to have her own choice. Yes, it's not the baby's choice, and yes, it's not moral, and yes, it's not correct. But taking away somebody's
in this divine anarchy, right?
Moving this way.
What's one of the commandments? Thou shalt not murder, right? So we already answered the first time. Okay, right? We grant that. So in this divine anarchy, right? It would be going against God. It would be going against the church of God. Right?
That's the difference. One's in war. Why? Because their life's in danger. Okay, so we can expand that and see what things that what we want, and we can go on.
We went through this already.
Bomb planted. Set containment.
Yeah, so it would be going against the will of God.
You guys did.
Even in this divine anarchy, it would still be going against the will of God, right? Because it's still murdering, and you already granted that tomorrow.
Again, you guys have a different view on murder that isn't logical.
What?
You guys say it's murder unless it's saving your own life.
Okay, define murder.
Only you remain.
Preemptive act and planning of taking somebody's life for your own gain against your own will.
Okay, isn't that what abortion does?
Was disarmed. The round is lost. Focus on the next one.
We said it 0.4% times that we granted.
That's for one statistic. It's sitting there. You protecting yourself in self-defense.
You could just give her the option, right?
Okay, so...
Yeah, you could just give her the option, bro.
Set up security.
Have you ever been into the system?
Okay, no. So you're anti, governing bodies, but you're pro the mother dictating what the mother could do to the autonomy of one's life, right?
Yes, if somebody wants to sin, they have the right and the will and the free will to sin. I am not going to make a law that makes it so they can't do that.
No.
So in this week's, have you read Romans 1:29 to 1:32?
Yeah, I've read all of Romans. Don't cherry pick. You have to read the whole entire chapter.
Yes. What is the chapter? What is the chapter about? Weeks. What is the chapter about? Romans chapter 1.
You tell me.
You don't know, but you just said you read all of Romans.
Yeah, I read the Bible multiple times, but I don't know which Bible to read because there's multiple different
It's the same. Romans 1 talks about God's wrath against humanity. It talks about how God grants
enemy planted at Alpha.
It's lag.
29 to 32. It says that these people who are sinning are worth and the people that are doing it wrong and self-prove of the sins that they were committing, they're just as guilty as the people committing the sin. So what are you doing right now in Squeaks?
Yeah, and didn't you just come to die for all of our sins? Nothing?
Wait, you think that we just die for our sins so we don't have to worry about our salvation?
No. Jesus Christ. What does John 3:16 say?
It says, so God so loved the world, he sent his only begotten son, to die for our sins and whatnot.
No, that whoever shall believe in him shall have eternal life, never perish. As long as you believe in Jesus Christ, you're good.
So what does it say in James when it says that we aren't saved through faith, but through works as well?
Yeah, but what you're doing right now is called cherry picking, and it's great.
Wait, how's that cherry picking? So what's the context? Give the context and speaks. Go ahead.
Okay, if it's not cherry picking, read the whole in the entire book.
Wait, you just said that I was. Wait, don't do that. You just said I was cherry picking. I said, okay, what's the full context? And you're telling me, oh, you look, you read. You know? You brought it up. You don't know, but you read the Bible multiple times, right?
Yes.
And if you don't know, how do you know she's cherry picking?
Okay, well, cherry picking is very simple. Is she reading the entire book? No, she's cherry picking verses. She's not reading the prior verses. The verses.
Okay, that's what you claim. So, yeah, that's what you claim.
That's called
cherry. Yeah, that's what you claim. So it's being taken out of context. Go ahead.
If you know anything about preaching, actually speaking,
this wasn't even when I was listening to James, not Romans.
Okay, so James is different one because even apologetics can't discern whether it's pre-speaking or after speaking, but.
Wait, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Are you trying to say that you can only read the Bible? That's what you're saying. I know how to read the Bible, but you're saying that what says is not God. Fight back. Can you talk?
Good day, guys. Dude,
like, are you okay? Romans was not written by James. Squeaks here, I gave him the verse in Romans. He said that's tense. He was writing a letter to the Romans. Okay, Tipsy, come back up here. Okay, he left. Like, you're cherry picking, like, okay, then what's the context? I'm gonna have it up here right now.
He's anti body spray, right? He's like this supposed anarchist. Yeah. So if he's anti-governing bodies, let's just replace like the governing body, the state, with the mother. The mother would still be granted that the fetus like has its like own life. I guess he said that he'll still find stupid.
James 2. It says, someone will say, show me your faith without your works, and I will show you my faith by my works. You believe that there is one God, you do well. Even the demons believe and tremble. But do you want to know, O foolish man, that faith without works is dead? By works when he offered Isaac his son on the altar. Do you see that faith was working together with his works, and by works faith was made perfect? So I don't know what he's talking about cherry picking. Anyways, Tipsy's gonna come up. I don't have the patience, so American, you can talk to this heretic.
Oh, great. Alright, Tipsy, what anarchist crap do you have now?
No. If it's a 1v1, then let me fucking talk. Because here's the issue.
Wait, don't come here with that screaming bullshit. I said American's gonna talk to you, so it is a one-on-one. Don't do that nonsense. Behave yourself.
No.
Go ahead, American.
No,
you can talk to them.
Because Trombone and Benny were allowed to speak with fucking Squeaks.
Yeah, it's a one-on-one.
And they didn't get muted.
What?
They did not get muted. That's discriminatory.
You fucking
Yeah,
bitch!
you know what? Yeah, we are gonna discriminate against you. We are gonna discriminate now.
What are you...
Okay? I'm going to abuse my power. I'm gonna mute you whenever I want to because this is not a safe space, okay? I gave you the opportunity to behave. You want to come up here and pipe up? Shut your dirty mouth, you transvestite bitch. You're done. You're done.
What? Wow.
You're done. Don't come up here and do that nonsense. Don't come up here and disrespect my co-host. What is wrong with you?
Sounds like he's 12.
I was
Very low impulse control. Yeah.
I literally said, okay, American, we're going to speak to them. There's a one-on-one. There's no one up here.
Yeah, and he just starts
going to be on your side, Tipsy.
Why is Scary back?
Who?
The only good argument I've ever seen. Very accommodating about how it's not really possible.
I
know. Yeah.
It's difficult.
Team deathmatch. All operatives.
They themselves
Tossing tactical.
I mean, I think it's a great writer. I don't know much about his ideological beliefs. Here's one.
Fire.
It's very devout Christian work machine. That's like God-giving man authority to form governments. We have to.
Yeah, or like it has been like communities. So there are structures that like function in like a similar way. I mean, similar way is wrong, but in a way that someone transmits the will of the governing body, but in a kind of twist.
Tactical out. Lethal's off. Tossing tactical. Lethal going out. Lethal shot! Tossing tactical! Lethal going out! Tactical out! Lethal out!
Inbound. We're losing ground.
Tossing tactical! Lethal going out! Never done for long. Tactical out! Lethal out!
All of this conversation we do, but some people don't.
Structurally, that's going to be something which, like, how do I even say this? Like, it's sort of like the sort of Pascal's wager type of like reasoning. Yeah. It's like a sort of precautionary type of reasoning, right? And so the asymmetry there in that case would be the restriction of abortion unnecessarily, as well as the permission of large-scale murder, right? And so, like what he's saying is true, then this would be this type of like irreversibly catastrophic events, which would in turn provide the reason to so, like, frame it as like way that you are right now. Okay, that's just to say that the difference between the asymmetric cake is it can issue the argument methodology being used to update your grievances. All you do get the grievances. For example, you know, update your grievances. Maybe any compliment, which with 8.7, maybe 3, you should probably still have a conversation because, you know, the value, at least what he wants to do, sorry, I think what he wants to do with the grievances is just to essentially shape them around like institution in a way where I think that means for social practices to like literally avoid this action as a means of like those kind of central Pascal grounds, right? The grounds of which, if these things were to be actual events. So if your question is like what do we do with the grievances, like that's what we're doing with the grievances, and I think that's just to say that the threshold for being pro-life is not that the credence is greater than 0.5, but rather the credence is greater than some lower number that isn't 0.5, right? Because of the costs, the asymmetric costs. Sure. Okay. That's the point that I was trying to get clarity on, because the way that the initial explanation that I was given made it seem like it was a difference in the method.
Okay, right. Let me give this the review here, right? So it's even sentience that you determine to value the life, right? Mm-hmm. Alright, so hypothetically, if we were to get the baby out of the womb, right? Uh-huh. Yeah. And you know, there was a guy who wanted to again, right? Would you think that morally permissible?
No.
Okay, why not?
Huh?
Like nasty. You deem it morally permissible to unalive it.
The thing is, it's not alive yet because only fertilization has occurred.
Okay. Then why morally permissible to rape it?
Wait, so are you talking about like men raping a woman and themselves a baby?
Okay, because you said let's say it's like 24 weeks out there, right? You even value sentience, right? Yeah. Okay, the fetus is sentient, right? Yeah. And you know, right? In this hypothetical or in this reductio, the man is raping the baby, right, or the fetus. Oh. Do you deem that morally permissible? Yes or no?
No, that's terrible.
Okay.
The baby's
So then, but you see lots of value, right?
I do value the fetus because when a baby is a fetus, that's when it's alive.
So you do value it, right?
Yeah, when it's alive.
No, you said you value.
No, you're misunderstanding the meaning of fetus. Fetus is when a baby is alive.
Yeah.
I would say embryo. Embryo is also when a baby's alive, but it's in a lower
but you said
stage.
Yeah, but you said that you value the sentience of it, right?
Yeah, fetus is alive at conception. I agree, Square. But I don't value conception. I do because that's not what makes the baby alive, but that's what makes the baby.
You said until it gets out of like the JJ, then that's whenever you.
Yeah, that's when it's alive.
That's the only time. That's the only time. So I said it's hypothetical, right? Right, it's sentient, right? But right, let's just say like it felt like okay, yeah, the person deem them morally impermissible, right?
Yes, anyone would.
Okay, yeah.
They don't. That's slightly. Yeah.
Okay, so then why do you deem it really permissible to unalive it, right?
Because it's not alive until after it comes out.
So the derivation is if it's out of the womb, right?
Yeah, and Cody, if you want to see in full contradictions, you can go ahead and debate.
Okay. Okay, so it's only if it's out the womb, right? Okay, right?
Alright, yeah. Wait, this is kind of fun. Like, I'm not gonna lie, even though we have different viewpoints.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, now let's say like go inside the womb, right? Let's say the fetus. Then would you deem that morally impermissible?
Break the fetus? Yes, because the fetus is alive.
Okay, then why do you do that? Then why do you deem it impermissible to unalive it?
Unalive it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's so much as unaliving it, but more so like just getting rid of the cells because a woman deserves the choice. Because imagine this: a woman, she would bring a baby into life when she can't afford any of it, and in that let's say she lives in like a one bedroom apartment. How is she gonna survive and subsist?
So now you.
Yeah, we're all made of cells.
Wait. No. So you determine this now on material and economic conditions, right?
Where's the thing go?
Does the mother have like the obligation to care for this child? Yes or no?
I would say yes, but not until it's actually alive.
Entirely, actually, right? She could adoption, right? So
yes.
Yeah. So material conditions don't play like a major factor.
I would say yes. Also, the fact is that if you think that a baby is alive when it's a clump of cells, then yeah, I'll agree with you. That's fine. But some teenagers who were raped don't want to give birth. They're like 12 years old.
Yeah, but
the fetus cannot.
They unalive it, but they still be back to shark by unaliving the fetus, correct?
Wait, what did you say? Sorry.
Yeah, they still be committing by.
That's not because murder is when a human is alive.
They're alive.
Okay, so you don't determine the fetus to be. Wait, you just said the fetus was alive though. What?
Yeah, because the definition of a fetus is when a baby is 8 months. I said a fetus is alive because it's when a baby is 8 months.
That's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah. So what are you guys talking about?
No.
Fetus is not older than a few months.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, right? So then.
Yeah.
So it would be murder, correct?
Yes. Fetus? Yes.
Yeah, so then it would be Then why do you determine Yeah, wait.
I don't, because a fetus is a lot.
Or are you pro-choice?
I'm pro-choice because a woman who is great deserves the choice to not get
Yeah, but they would still be committing murder.
Well, if you consider it that way, then yes. But if you were the woman and you weren't given the choice, then would you?
Now with him murdering the woman.
And it's not. Some people may view it that way.
Why are you advocating for him?
Because I just said raping.
I brought him to add that Sweet Lily, you've been talking about like the last 2 minutes, or you're just now bringing up rape.
Okay, well, he was bringing up rape, so I didn't think I would have to. And I don't know why everyone in this freaking thing is like pro-life.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, thank you. Thank goodness.
I think that we should force black people to have abortions.
Okay, bro.
What?
Wait, what happened? Wait, what'd you say?
Look, okay, so...
Wait, let's go back.
Are you racist? Oh, yeah, of course. Look, let's think about it like this. Well, let's think about it like this. When is murder permissible? Murder is permissible when it's self-defense, right?
Technically, it's not permissible. Murder is unjustified humanly. Analytically,
because just the greatest murder is justified. It's like if it's like
well, it's not
analytically true.
Exception is when fertilization occurs and a zygote is produced. A zygote is not a human. And I'm not sure why anyone would want to wait a second. A zygote is cells.
Of what species? You can
Yeah, you can call it cells a living being.
What species is zygote if it's not human?
Cells is a species, my lord.
You're a species.
Zygote is harder than human, tell me.
I don't know. It just isn't a.
Okay.
It's not sentient.
Because you think that is what is the criteria to be human? What do you say?
I do, actually.
That is
Yes.
relevant to, like, if you were to look at like the taxonomic groupings.
Okay.
Like, what fits you to be a human being? All that's required is to be descended from your human parents. That's
Yes, but I believe that it's.
yeah. A zygote is the offspring of your human parents. So. Do you disagree that the offspring of two human parents is a human?
I do, but I don't agree that a clump of cells or a zygote is human. I mean,
That's a good
zygote
It belongs to the species. The offspring of two members of the species. The same species, the offspring is going to be of the same species.
Okay, yes.
Obviously the case.
Races, I mean, like...
Right, I mean, yes.
Yes, because we're all humans, even though we're different colors. Right?
Well, Stephen Melvin was being discussed. But I just want to know, what species is the zygote other than you?
I think user 95041 should respond because I already gave my answer.
Please respond by this.
I gave the answer and you're harassing me now by asking me the same question over and over.
The question is that it's not.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
You said you didn't know.
I just don't know.
Your low IQ, you made a crazy claim. That isn't even true. You already conceded that humanly speaking, never been a human, so I agree with that. You were saying that they go.
She was in a contradiction, right? So she already affirmed, so P would be, she affirms that abortion is murder. And P would be that she's anti-murder, right? But, so she's advocating for like, anti-murder. She's anti-murder. And that's just a contradiction.
Yuzo, why did you say we think we should force black people to get abortion? Oh, well, most non-white people in general. And this is why. So if murder is quite justified, right? Then they could possibly be murder. You see, we need to think about the defense of the white race. What do you think is going to happen to these black kids grow up in different kids? Like such street. This is justified. It's like absurd. That doesn't even make sense. It just doesn't What are you talking about? If murder is an act of unjustified killing, then the act of killing a non-white can possibly be murder, because it always plays for life. It always justifies its justification. Wait, that individuals priority over everything else. What's the argument for this? Why? What is the argument? Why?
Yeah, I'm not.
Are you feeling normal?
Yeah, I'm not.
That's just that's a different that's a different metaverse.
And then you discover.
Well, even if you discovered a cure, they would have died already.
They discover a cure, and then they go back to their normal selves. That murder people.
They couldn't go back to their normal selves. They'd be outside of God's.
But zombies are outside
Not necessarily, because it's just their life form using the body as like a host.
Yeah.
It's like a parasite.
You know, because we see that with like ants, there's viruses, there's parasites that go into ants and recapitulate the brain to do whatever that the parasite wants it to do.
Yeah, but the ant's still alive. It's just the brain's wacky.
Okay. Yeah, the ant itself, but not the antness.
Mind, body, soul.
Okay, so Mr. Playdown, I got a question. Got the check.
That's supposed to be Adrian?
It's supposed to be Adrian, I think.
Is it antness? Yeah, is there like a
The ant's in ant heaven.
Okay, so the antness of the ants would be in a antness farmness type of situation.
Word.
Yep, there you go.
Adrian, do moths?
In the case of my dream, you apply laws of Deuteronomy 22 to zombies. In that case, because the zombies are only temporarily infected, and they will recover over time and become their normal self after
Am I the magistrate in your journal?
Am I the magistrate in your journal?
Then I have an obligation to protect life.
This isn't the beginning of my journey. I mean, maybe technically it is. I will be fighting this for years and years to come. We'll see how long abortion sticks around, but 4 years into the pain. So, that's what they said at the beginning. Yeah, I'm saying but having these conversations, learning about mental health, and fighting against abortion is awesome. fire that man. How many people notice that Christian Bale's method acting techniques saved a man's life? There's been a lot of discourse around the practice of method acting lately, from Daniel Day-Lewis forcing people to push around in a wheelchair and making cakes on the set of Pilot, to Jared Leto mailing his co-stars dead pigs. A lot of people find it annoying and unnecessary, but at least in one situation, it saved a life. In 2018, Christian Bale played former Vice President Dick Cheney in the Adam McKay written and directed biopic Vice. And for the role, he gained 40 pounds, shaved his head, months to perfect his voice, and delved deep into his backstory. One particular detail about Dick Cheney that's depicted in the film is that he had 5 heart attacks throughout his life because of a genetic predisposition and a high-stress lifestyle. And so, of course, in order to get into the role, Bale thoroughly researched heart attacks, how they happen, how they feel, the symptoms, and what it looks like to have. And during the filming of one of the heart attack scenes, director Adam McKay approached Bale and asked him to his stomach instead of his chest or his left arm, which he thought to be the biggest indicators of having a heart attack. Bale told him that based on his research, contrary to popular belief, the biggest and earliest symptom of heart attack is actually getting very nauseous and feeling like you're going to puke. And at the time, McKay just kind of thought, well, you learn something new every day. However, after wrapping production on Vice, McKay decided that he wanted to lose some of the weight that he had gained during filming the movie, and so he started working with a personal trainer. And one day, after the 3rd session, he said that his fingers got tingling and he got an intense stomach ache. At first, he didn't think anything of it, but then he remembered Bale's words about heart attack symptoms, so he ran upstairs, ate a handful of baby aspirin, which served as a blood thinner that can help prevent heart attacks, called his wife, and was rushed to the hospital. After examining McKay, the doctor determined that he did, in fact, have a heart attack that was caused by a severe blockage, but that taking the baby aspirin when he did prevented any damage from being done. The stent was inserted to correct the blockage, and his heart ended up being just as strong as it was pre-heart attack because of his quick thinking and Bale's in a 2018
That should be a one-hit kill.
McKay said that he called
I literally shot him. It should be a one-hit kill. It's so stupid. And it didn't even hit me. Like, what?
Switching sides.
To the
Search and destroy.
with biological concepts.
The game is like inconsistent.
Set a defensive perimeter around the objective.
Just out of curiosity, which word?
That's not a double.
Probably the second. Sorry, the first one.
Hostile cluster mine detected.
That biology had anything to do with turrets. Let's just start with some biological basis first, so we can be on the same page. Then move on to the problems, but I'd rather it's the personal speed. Yeah, that's right. I'm not a medic, just a biologist. I gotcha. So let's hear it. Discuss first. Okay. To start off, you can be as brave as you like.
You won that round.
What is
ready for the next
morally
one.
or ethically to kill a zygote? This is biology. Yeah, it's like the first stage of development in a human being. Like,
search and destroy.
I just don't understand what the question
Defend the
you're
objectives
asking.
from hostile forces.
What does that have to do with biology? Well, if we start off with some concepts that human being, zygote, the biological division of human being, start there, then move on to ethics, right? But again, I wanted to set a basis because in some cases, people don't even know what the definition of a living being is. So. Yeah, look, I know enough to have this conversation. I'm just a little confused because you're telling me you want to start with the biology and then move on to the morals. And you're trying to start with morals. The first question you asked me is, like, what are my morals?
Moving to my mark.
How was that not a kill? I don't know.
Be consistent in the way you want to have this conversation. Like I said,
We lost that round. Prepare for the next one. Switching sides.
Jax, can I get your age, please?
Search and destroy.
I'm 50 years old and I'm the mother of 7.
Plant a charge on the target and level it.
That information.
I'm also a grandmother,
Moving here.
and I'm an ordained minister. How old are you, host?
That's irrelevant. I'm an adult. That's why TikTok is sometimes I need to make sure that. That's why I asked.
No, if you're going to talk about something that pertains to a female body as a male, how old are you?
Yeah, just good. Why is it relevant? He's asking.
You asked me how old I am. That's a fair.
Because I need to make sure that.
Ground secure. On to the next.
Minors, I'm sure. Okay, so my age is very young. They're on 21 or they're that has nothing to do with how much I get to know about things. So,
search and destroy.
Again, I'm an adult, otherwise TikTok wouldn't let me host live streams.
Target objectives need to be detonated. Play it smart.
So, do you have any intentions of chats? And you can go ahead and unmute whenever you're ready.
We're planting at Alpha.
Oh, I thought I had it.
I mean, you're a male.
Device in place.
And you're trying to bridge that median that has to do with female bodies.
Jax, is slavery wrong?
My ancestors went through slavery.
Okay, is slavery wrong?
Yes, but as
You won that round. Get ready for the next one.
Women die going excuse me, and who have to help their husbands make decisions, choosing between their wife and their unborn child. It does happen.
Let's let it.
It does happen. It happens every day in the medical field. Let's go into it happens every day. Couples go into their appointments.
Ground secure. On to the next.
Can I be done? Something about abortion is medical.
The stuff you're saying right now has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Search and destroy.
That's because I wanted to see if you actually believe the things
from hostile forces.
So you told me at the start, you're a man, you shouldn't have any valid opinion on this stuff because you're not a woman and you can't get pregnant. Okay, so I had probably never been a slave, right? Jax, you're still saying slavery is wrong. No, you've never been a slave. Well, guess what? By your logic, you can't say slavery is wrong. Not allowed. You've never been a slave.
You won that round. Get ready for the next one.
I can also say abortion is wrong. About abortion because I'm never had to go through it. I'm telling her, by her logic, she can't say slavery is wrong because she's never been a slave, never deserved to be a slave.
Okay, but your person was never doesn't care. That's why your post was slavery. Well, actually, he did let you talk, okay? Yeah, he did let you talk. Just see appeal to identity you're engaging in right now. You're saying person X doesn't have an opinion, or it's easy to dismiss, or rather, you are dismissing their opinion on the basis that they do not belong to demographic Y. That's an informal fallacy. You're saying slavery is wrong, even though you were never a slave. In the same way that he's saying abortion is wrong, even though he's not a woman. Unless you can provide a morally relevant symmetry breaker, okay, then
let someone talk instead of
letting you growl and squawk like the chicken you are for the last 10 minutes. We all got a certain opinion. You don't have to say something. Guys, look, Serendipity, Jax, hold on, wait, hold on, Serendipity, hold on, everyone just shut the fuck up for a second. I don't care whose side you're on, shut the fuck up. Okay. Serendipity, let's not be calling people chickens and shit, okay? I'm trying to, like, have everyone be somewhat respectful with each other, okay? And, like, you should know that by now, you've been on my line plenty of times. Jax, look, we're interrupting you because, like I said, you were talking about shit that's not relevant, right? I asked you if you interrupt me and say hello, what's relevant, okay? I asked you if you think literally just said before you interrupted me because I don't want you to interrupt me while I'm in the middle of the sentence, okay? So, you started by answering my question. I appreciate it. Okay, I asked you if slavery is wrong. You said, yes, slavery is wrong. I appreciate that. But then you went on to start talking about all this random shit that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. You went on this whole monologue that had nothing to do with what we're talking about. That's why I interrupted you, okay? As long as you stay on topic, I won't interrupt you. You can speak as much as you want. I don't care if you talk for 5 minutes straight, but you have to talk about what we're talking about. Otherwise, you're not engaging in the conversation. Okay.
You keep interrupting me.
Okay, no, not this. So rude. So now that we've established that I can talk about this even though I'm a man, do you have any contentions with the prompt, Jack?
I said this and I'm trying to explain why, and they all bounced on me, and they would shut up and let me get a word in.
Okay, so we won't
It's really rude and disrespectful.
keep squawking, dog. I got you, sir, that
I'm not a dog. Yes,
you have the intelligence of one. Dude, shut up. Jax, just ignore him. Okay? He likes to insult people. Okay? Just ignore him. You're letting him get under your skin. He's like some dude you've just met like 10 minutes ago. Just correcting her and not him. I literally corrected both of them. Hello, brother. Have you not heard me tell him to shut up and stop calling people dogs and chickens? Like, dude, I'm correcting both of them, okay? Serendipity needs to stop calling people names, and Jax needs to stop giving him attention because that's why he keeps doing it. Okay? So look, Jax, stop whining about people interrupting you. Okay, we're done interrupting you now. Do you have any contentions with the prompt? And if so, what are they? Let's try and get this conversation back on track. You can unmute now. Well, otherwise I can just move on to the next guest. That's fine too. Maybe we'll get someone that, knows how to debate. Okay, yes, so Straw, can I get your age, please? 19. What year were you born?
2006.
And what month?
October.
Are you, eating a jawbreaker right now?
Sergeant destroyed. Defend the objective.
I'm sorry.
I
did not understand anything.
Flanking here.
You're good. I'm good.
I get you.
Cancel
out. No, I
was just getting pissed off about Arthur.
I got you. Alright.
Wasting my fucking cochlear battery, bro.
Yeah. Alright, HRH, can I get your age, please? 35. And are you pro-life or pro-choice?
Pro-life.
Do you give it any exceptions?
I would say the exceptions would be, I really don't know. I feel like if somebody was raped, then they have the choice. I prefer that they at least have the baby and adopt it, But, I mean, it really is up to the person that is carrying the baby. But I am pro-life.
Ow.
I got you. Before, it's just protect, not just protect. What's up, boys? It's my bad. I was just.
Not just protect, I did protect.
Anywho, back to Rationality Land. How you guys doing? How is Mr. Serendipity doing?
UAV on station.
Doing alright, man. Doing alright. I see a lot of people in the comments that seem to think that by insulting somebody that somehow equates to me not knowing how to debate. Well, no, if someone is going to continue to ramble on and gibberate despite being unable to understand how informal and formal fallacies work, well, we can make it an inference that they're a troglodyte. to be succinct.
To be fair, bro, I didn't know which fallacy it was that she was using. I just knew it was stupid as fuck that she was saying I can't talk about abortion when I'm a man, but she can talk about slavery when she's not a slave.
Yeah, that's the appeal to identity fallacy. That's what I previously addressed.
Well, mind you, she said she was like a female pastor, so we knew that was.
It's an informal fallacy knows the appeal to identity, meaning that it's substantively flawed, okay? Right? Rather than formally flawed in terms of structure. It's just substantively flawed, okay? So yeah, what's the significant breakdown? The lie that, yeah, she felt like she was right. Yeah, no, look, Floyd, there is no distinction when we talk about demographics. If you belong to a demographic or don't belong to a demographic, that has nothing to do with the validity of your argumentation at all. Okay? This is the principle under evaluation or scrutiny. It's more about why, what I said, it's more about the demographic of what you belong to versus the demographic way. That's the whole point.
Final minute.
That's why it's a fallacy, right? The demographic doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if he's a man or a woman with respect to abortion in the same way that it doesn't matter if he's a silhouette compared to its slavery. No. The whole point of having resisted slavery is you're importing. Hold up. So let's really argue that slave owners. Okay.
To be very, 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 very abundant, Floyd was not making a comparison between abortion and slavery. I was testing the principle that she was providing to me, wherein I am not a woman, so I can't talk about abortion. It has nothing to do with abortion to slavery. It has to do with she's saying I'm not this thing, so I can't talk about this thing. So I told her you're not this thing, so you can't talk about this thing. It makes no sense. I can't say that.
Yes, exactly. They are analogous. They're not disanalogous. That's why it's an appeal to identity fallacies.
Well, no, look, just
The deeper moral comparisons have nothing to do with the principle that was under scrutiny. The principle under scrutiny is that you don't belong to demographic X, so you can't have it on subject matter. Okay, so you're conceding that you're wrong, or what?
On to the next.
It's the only thing he's applying. It's the only thing he's testing. It's the only thing he's testing. You lose your what? That's why it's a fallacy. Oh, it's completely accurate. It's with respect to the demographic. Holy shit. Holy shit. You're not understanding it. It doesn't matter. Anything beyond belonging to the demographic doesn't matter. Complete principle under scrutiny here. You're not seeming to understand. You're not seeming to understand. Bro, you don't even. Okay, why don't you go ahead and do all of us a favor and Google what the appeal to identity is, let's hear.
Void. So, do you agree that what we were talking about just now, we were comparing,
Switching sides.
I am not this, so I cannot say anything about that, and vice versa. Does that make sense?
Defend the objective.
Yes. Right.
So that's what we're...
Right, man. Just give me a second.
That's what we're talking about. So we were giving her... It's the comparison. It's not moral comparison. It's an intellectual comparison.
Yes. Which no one in the comments of a voters can't seem to track. It's only concerned with the demographics of which one does or doesn't belong to. You can't invalidate a position, an argument, or some sort of contention on the basis of what demographic you do or don't belong to. That would be like me saying, so I can't advocate for or against any sort of civil rights notion. But right, it's really simple. Like, you guys are troglodytes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm so tempted to ask, but I do apologize for putting that. I'm so tempted to ask.
The mission is complete. Good work.
Like this, like we have to like maybe talk about pro-choice after we like like pro-choice like all sorts of names because like those facts. And it's great.
Hey man, not to like derail your live or anything, but when you have a multitude of incompetent interlocutors in the comments and then somebody who's on panel that's not tracking that the principal under evaluation or under scrutiny, right, did pass the test, the logical test, right, and that it is in fact an appeal to identity,